This is episode 1 of the Interlude Podcast. I'm your host, Damien. To my right, I have my co-host.
I'm Sean.
Introduce yourself. What do you do?
Right now, I'm currently just a pretty boy. I'm a future actuary, finance bro, model, actor, influencer, loving husband, father, all that.
To my left, I have my co-host, Adrian. Well, talk about yourself a little bit, what you do, and all that.
I teach little kids how to act right. That's pretty much it.
What class is that?
Hey, there's a lot of fucked up kids in this world. I teach everything.
Okay. We're cursing on this?
Yeah, we allowed to curse?
Would that be a problem?
Are we cursing on this? It has to be a group consensus thing.
If you want to leave it out, do you? But I'm not gonna stop.
I'm a curse.
All right, we go speak normally. So, a lot of stuff has happened with the past couple years that I've known the both of you. Sean, I've known you for it's been like four or five years now. Adrian, I've known you, how many years now, dog?
Fuck if I know.
But something that I've been noticing now that we're becoming to that age of unkhood. You know what I mean? Because I know your ass is damn near 35 years old. And
Slow down, you're the oldest one here.
I'm not gonna lie, white people age like milk.
Bro, what are you talking about? I still get carded. And I got a thick ass mustache. I still get carded.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm aging fine like wine.
Yeah, but that brings me to my first question that I want to ask you guys. So, talk to me about that kind of transition into adulthood for you guys, because I know it's been different for everybody. So, tell me about your experiences.
You wanna go first?
Bro, I don't like alcohol. I got the first chance I tried, bro. That shit is garbage. I don't fuck with alcohol at all.
What'd you drink?
I had a fucking Corona. I had a fucking Corona. I don't like alcohol at all.
Bro, that's just beer.
Yeah, but any fucking kind of alcohol, I tried
Douce, make you feel loose.
whatever the fuck that is. No.
Anything is possible.
You can't pour me a single shot. I'm telling you, I don't like that shit at all. Adulthood was so easy to get into, bro. I feel like I'm still doing the same shit I was doing in high school. I can't even lie to you. It's just that now I get a driver's license and I get to walk around with it. And I have my health insurance card on me. That's it. That's the only
That's so true. I carry that shit around me too. That's so true.
Nah, y'all be carrying y'all social security cards too?
What the fuck? That shit stay at home, locked up.
Yo, so...
But I actually know my social. I have a funny story. I was doing a bunch of scholarship back in college, and I had to memorize my social. I typed it in so much, I memorized it. And then I went out to the bar that night, and I was just butting into random people's conversations, and they're talking about some shit happening in sports. I was like, yo, the chance of that happening is 1 in, and I'll just say my social to them.
Just throw it out.
Just throw that shit out there. Bro.
Just throw it out his social.
Just throw that shit out there, bro. I'm gonna be, in 5 years, I'm gonna be taking out a loan. They're gonna be like, yeah, you owe $1 million.
I had to say, because I had to write my shit down. I'm not gonna remember that long ass string of numbers, so I wrote it down on my phone. And my mom was like, why the fuck would you write your social security down on your phone? What if somebody steals it? I'm like, you think anybody's going to look at a string of random numbers and be like, that's that kid's social security? I keep that shit on because that's a lot of fucking numbers. I got a lot of numbers in my life to remember. I'm not remembering my social security. I know it now, but...
You know your social thing?
Yeah, I do.
What is it?
Talk about...
date of birth, social, mother's maiden name?
999, never mind. Talk about transitioning into adulthood.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. As soon as before I graduated college, my little sister was born. It's a crazy age gap. I'm 23. So when my parents were trying to turn my room into a living room to have guests over, so I had to move out. So even though now I'm careerless, I'm employed. I still do a part-time job and I hustle here and there, but
it's not where you wanna.
That's not where I want to be, no. But now I got rent and shit. It's tough, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wake up And it's just like Verizon took out $40 out of my bank account. It's like I woke up and lost $40. I was like, "This what bills is like." Shit.
I'm not gonna lie. Every time I get that text from my phone bill or my internet bill, and it's just
It's
like,
a bad day to me. It's automatically a bad day.
Woke up and they reminded me Spotify take out $10 out of my account. That shit always hurt.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. Every time Crunchyroll takes that $7 or charges,
That's the wrong one.
Yeah.
That's the wrong one.
I'm not gonna
That's
lie.
the wrong one.
I'll
If you're not stealing, what are you doing?
I'm not gonna lie.
I got you with the sites.
I
got you with the sites.
This nigga about to give me Pornhub.
No matter where you click on, it's gonna be the wrong click.
So, with me, I feel like adulthood. I had to face adulthood really, really early, just because of me being the oldest sibling out of 4. It's not like I had to. It's not like I had to like be a parent. Like, thankfully, parents still in my life. Thankfully, thank God. But I still had to be like a figure to all of them, which was like an added stressor for my whole like college career, my whole high school career, my whole middle school career. Like, all my siblings, we went to the my brother, the second oldest, he literally went to every single school that I went to, not college. And then my littler or younger siblings, they're not babies anymore, but they're still the babies. They literally went to like neighboring schools, so it was like, kind of, even though I was like 12, 15, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, I've kind of always had to be that adult. And, sometimes it's like, cool, yeah, grow the beard, beard connects, look good, look, you know what I mean? But
that's not good. You don't want your beard connected.
Nah, I fried the fuck out of it for that one.
You don't want your beard connecting, says the guy without a beard.
If your beard connects to your mustache, you got the genetic to bald.
Oh, okay. Yo, so
you're gonna be bald as hell.
I'm not gonna lie, almost all the dudes in my family are bald, but like I told my pops this, bro. As soon as I go bald, yo, turkey. Turkey. I'm going to turkey. No way in hell I'm going bald.
We could do that.
Oh no, that's a guarantee.
Yeah, do that.
That's a guarantee.
I only got 2 options, bro. Either the number 1 fade or I'm gonna keep these locks. I'm not going bald. I can't allow that.
You got extensions though?
Hmm?
Are those real? You got extensions?
No, these is real.
Yeah, yo, he had the.
I'm black as fuck. You have no idea. You have no idea. I'm black to the socks.
You know that one video where the guy got his hair braided and he's like, shake him.
Yeah, it's like nothing there.
Nothing there. That's where this motherfucker
If you don't know how
started.
to braid hair, hit that share button.
Hit that share button. Well, I remember this motherfucker called me one day and is like, yo, look. And I look and I'm like, sweet mother of pearl.
The way it started, they were actually dead small. They were actually dead small.
Super small.
I came a long way. And it's been 1 year since I had these shits in. It's been 1 year.
Damn, it's been a year already?
It's been a year since I've had these bitches in, yeah.
Damn, I'm not gonna lie, like, different hairstyles, like, I've seen you go through, like...
So I went through everything.
Through fucking everything. I just keep growing the fro, cut it down.
Yeah, that's what you
had, like, 3 different options, and, like, one of them bitches was banger, I'm not gonna lie. The other 2, you just had to go through.
No, what he does,
what does that mean?
He does something.
You tried waves, that shit didn't work.
Okay,
we
don't talk about
You
that.
had the fro, it was
Bro,
okay, but
I could get waves, it's just I cut my hair too low. Like, I'm not dark skinned where my hair coils at like a 1 or 2. I'm not, but I thought I did. My hair has to be like this length to start like waving up.
You tried, right? But it didn't work. So then you just grew it out instead. And then it got too big. And then you cut it down. This is fine.
Remember when I tried to get waves? You remember that? You remember when you put the shiesty on me?
I put a do-rag on. There's an infamous picture of when we were still going to Blink.
I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna send it to you. We can put it on the screen. But I know for a fact it's your contact photo, so I'm gonna show you all right now. It's the contact photo.
We're doing like a dap up. Look.
I'm shiesty. I'm gonna find out and send it to you. We'll put it up.
That's how you know that shit is old.
We'll put it on screen.
That's how you know that shit is
old.
We'll
put it on screen.
But yo, like, holy shit. But so continuing on like a conversation about life a little bit, right? how has life been after like graduation, after college? Because once high school ends, then it's like, oh, school's on you if you want to go or not. And then once college ends, if you do choose to go to school, then it's like, oh, okay, you can either choose to spend more money, go another 2 years, or get that ass straight to working if you weren't working already.
Bro, I don't know what you talking about. School. Once you got to high school, like I got immigrant parents. School's not on me.
Gotta go.
I go. It was
bro.
construction. You go do construction. You work immediately construction, or you fucking go straight to.
I went right away.
I went to
there was no pause.
Yeah.
It was especially during the pandemic. There was no pause, bro.
Yeah.
Went right away, and I didn't want to. I told my mom, I was like, Mom, I'm not learning jack shit right now. The school sucks. Can I like take a break? Fuck no. And I still went.
Tell them what school you went to.
I went to Vaughn. Fuck that school. Vaughn College is ass now.
Where's that
shit is garbage. All the way up in East Elmhurst.
East
Yeah,
Elmhurst.
Oh,
that was by my first crib.
that shit is garbage.
Oh.
He used to walk to my crib.
Yeah, but I walked to his crib one time after class, and I met his parents.
Oh.
To this day, you met my dad,
Yeah.
but my mom, or he's the only friend that my mother knows.
That's crazy.
And the only reason she knows him is because back in like
He just popped up.
well, that, and then also she's like, "Is that the friend that you keep yelling his name on Xbox?"
Oh.
Like back in like middle school days or like high school, I'd just be like, "Adrian!"
That's how your mom knows who your friends are when you yell
Right?
at them in Discord or some shit like that. Yeah.
My mom knows damn near everybody, but she needs a little reminder about like 2-3 people. She knows you very well. She knows Tyler, but she don't know
Another one of our
Josh
friends.
and Christian very well.
Some other friends of ours.
Yeah, if they ever come here.
Damn.
But like, it was definitely right away to school. There was no like pause, because even now, because I had to like actually stop school because of some personal shit, and then I had to go back into school. So now I'm doing school and this big boy ass job.
How's that?
Fuck that. It's my whole day is in the city. The paycheck goes away pretty much at the end of it, because it's morning, wake up, go to the city, start my job.
Right.
And then if I ever got the time, I do schoolwork during my job.
Right.
And then I go right away to class. And then I'm in the city. I'm in the city until damn near like 8 o'clock. And then I'm on the way home, and I get home at like 9. Rinse and repeat. The only days off I really get is weekends. I got my big boy ass job. And I gotta do this shit for like 2 years.
Damn, you and Matt, bro.
Matt's different though.
Matt is another one of our friends.
Matt's different though, because Matt went right into trade school. And now he's just doing his job. I think he's done with trade school, honestly.
Yeah,
I think he's just doing his job.
After like 10 years, he'll start like making stupid money.
Don't get me wrong. He knew what he wanted to do. He's just gonna do it. But hey, if I ever need plumbing problems, I know who to call.
Bro, that's actually crazy, because I when we used to work out at Blink, there were like so many people that were just like, I'm not going to college, I'm going to trade school. Like they knew they would want to be an electrician or something.
Yeah, no, it's a good job. It really is. And like if you can get into like a union early, like that shit in like
easy.
5, 6, 7 years, like you could start making like above 6 figures.
Shit is easy. Like it's like it's a really like cut forward straight job. If like anybody could really do it, as long as they get into the trade for what they want, because they teach you within like the 4 years to do it, and then it's like light work. It's like secondhand nature.
Yeah, I mean like, but the only thing is like you have to, with trade school, with college, with everything outside of high school, it's like, I think, and this is the biggest thing that I was talking to some people at my gym, it's like you have to realize, you have that realization that it's like no one's gonna make you do something. You literally have to do it, and if you don't, there's positive and negative consequences.
With trade or
just like adulthood, you know what I mean? Like in general.
I know what that means, because like right now, like I'm studying for my certificates, like to be an actuary, and it's so fucking ass, bro. Just wake up and study immediately, like hit like I don't get no sunlight. I get artificial sun from my monitor. It's so bad, bro.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I applied for jobs and I just never heard back, or I got rejected, and I'm just like, yo, I'm gonna have to do this. Like I'm gonna have to just like cold email, cold LinkedIn message like a bunch of random people, and I hate doing that. I
feel like
you gotta do it.
You shouldn't hate it. You kind of have to.
No, this shit is ass.
No, I hate it because it's
it
fake.
is.
It's so fake.
Getting my job took like way too many months because I literally had to, like, from the start, getting my certificates and getting all, like, my information together and going to get, like, fingerprinted and shit so that they could be like, hey, this guy's not a fucking weirdo, was, like, mad long, and it cost money, and then it took me 3 months to, like, apply to a bunch of different schools just for me to apply to the same school that I'm working at now 4 times, and they finally accepted me. So it's like, this shit is ass. This shit is garbage.
Yeah.
I mean, but education is just like that in general. Like, I have another friend who's like, she's going through that whole, like, government, like, FBI and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And, like, the same process where you have to get fingerprinted 1,000 times, double check you're not
a fucking weirdo.
Yeah. Double check you're not a weirdo, or, you know what I'm saying, you're not a felon. but it's
okay.
But, like, I mean, I would think it's worth it.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah, you can work at like a charter school and make like $100,000. Like, charter schools actually pay you a lot.
That's private.
But people don't like charter schools because they think that they don't teach shit. But then if you work in like a public school, everybody's mad at a public school because they don't pay you enough, and you're actually like following like state guides and shit. But then you work at a private school and it's like you get paid a lot of money, but you just have to be good enough to keep working at a private school. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, how good are you at what you do, or how much do you care about the money, kind of thing. Because like, even the place I'm working at now, I get paid like $20 an hour to just sit down and just keep them little kids in check. So it's like,
that's not bad.
Yeah, and then I work there literally all day. I get 40 hours a week twice, and then I get paid and I go home.
I'll cut you off. One of my boys did this, got a similar job as a gym teacher, just because he coached baseball.
Yeah, like a lot of the, like, the teaching shit you can do as long as you just like have done shit before. Yeah. Like, if you did dance, you could be a dance teacher. Let's be so real. Let's be so real. If you know how to cook, you can be in a lunchroom. You can be a lunchroom chef.
So because I'm a personal trainer, I could be a gym teacher?
Yeah.
Do you want to be though?
No.
No.
Hell no. I'm not gonna lie. I think my field, like, not to downplay anything, but I think in terms of like the job market, I think my field is like the fucking worst. Media right now, good luck getting a job. Literally everything media is like, do it yourself and enjoy the ride. Cause like, there is no jobs. There's like I mean, I say that, but then like I've gotten like interviews and all that for it, right? But it's like you're in a pool for like it could be a fucking desk assistant, but you're gonna compete for a desk assistant job for like 600 people, 700 people for a desk assistant job.
Bro, that's every job though.
Bro, but then it gets worse, right? Like, it could be a free, and this is what a lot of companies in media are doing right now. They're not having like official positions. They're having like more freelance positions and more contractual positions, which are like not tenured, but they're like 12-month long, or like a program where you're working like this certain amount of weeks. So honestly, media right now is like, get it where you can, and it's like, try to build your name up any way you can, and like, not hope, because if you build your value, then you have your value, and you, like, that's when you make your living. But it's like, shit, yo, media sucks. Like, I remember, like, even in this building, no, I lied, in Ingersoll right there, which is one of the buildings that we passed. It's one of the buildings further down. Literally, I had a journalism teacher, and like, for y'all, I was a journalism major, but then I kind of shifted more towards like production and all that. But I had literally had a journalism, one of my journalism professors was like, hey, you might not get a job when you graduate. he seriously said, and it was the realest shit. He was like, he's like, I wouldn't blame you guys if y'all switch over to marketing or PR, because that's what the good thing about journalism and like comms, you can kind of like rotate within whatever. But he's like, I wouldn't blame y'all, because he's like, cause this shit sucks. And you know, but that's the thing right now. I think like in the totality of the job market right now, just everything's really bad. Everything's really, really bad right now. But you know, I feel like that's just a byproduct of like COVID and all that, because we're still competing against people from COVID. If you don't know,
you mean like online work?
or online work, in person work, like just people working, like we're still competing against like COVID people, because I think they said like after 2021,
Oh, you mean all the people that got like laid off during COVID? Yeah.
yeah,
No,
we're still competing.
I was looking at a job on the other day, and it was like they wanted like 2 years experience. It's a opening position, like entry level. It says entry level in the shit. It says 2
Yo,
years.
that is a fucking pet peeve of mine. Entry level positions want you to have experience, motherfucker. You are the experience.
I'm not gonna lie, I just be applying to everything. I know there was a lot of jobs where they were like asking you to have like a bunch of licenses already, and I was like, man, I don't got them bitches. I'm just gonna apply anyway, just to see what the fuck happens.
Yeah, no, literally, like, it's literally just about like what the hell you're doing outside. Like, what other certificates can you get outside? Can you like build your value somewhere else in like whatever field? Because right now it's like if you don't, one, if your family's not in it, two times harder already.
Mm.
If you're not like friend of a friend of a friend who's already in, three times harder. If you're not the type of person who would like kind of go out their way to start talking to people and like make conversations, so that's just like five times harder already.
Yeah, where you're going in there like cold, it's god awful.
I mean, like you can go in cold because you know everybody meets cold, but it's like to keep having to do that over and over and over. And you mentioned it before. You're like it's fake.
I hate it. It's so
and all
fake.
that. Yeah, I mean,
I know you got to do it. I know you have to do it. I hate it. And everybody I talk to that has jobs, they're like, but they know you're doing it. They've been in your shoes before, and like they could take pity on you. But it's like still like,
Yeah.
Yeah, pity's a huge one because I remember I was talking to I had gone to like this networking event and the whole conversation with this one guy, and I say this one guy because he was only really like one step ahead of me. He was in one of those entry level positions.
mm-hmm.
He was like, yeah, you know, like I feel bad for you and these guys, like y'all are like going in unqualified and all that stuff, and we're like kind of like downplaying people a little bit. And I'm like, yo, bro, you were in my position like last year, bro.
I had something similar before I graduated. I went to like a actuary event.
Yeah.
It's like a bunch of actuaries, a bunch of companies, and there was like a little meet and greet after. Like you talk to other people. I had like physical copies of my resume. I had a QR code too, whichever one they wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized like, yo, if I do this LinkedIn cold message, it's probably the most boring coffee chat ever. Because my field is full of like nerds, bro. I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
The coolest guy I talked to, he played StarCraft.
That's valid. That is valid.
And he asked him what he do for fun. He's like, I play StarCraft. I buy properties. I go, what? And like, you just fix them up? He's like, no, they're already fixed. I just buy properties and I just give them to my friends and coworkers. Like he makes them pay rent. So for fun, he likes to play StarCraft and be a landlord. Like I can't talk sports with none of them. Like I tried to like you know like make it a little bit more friendly and not talk about work. Because who wants to talk about work when you're not at work?
Yeah. They keep wanting to talk about work.
They just kept wanting to talk about work. One guy had a cool watch. I talked watches with him, but like besides that, like, bro, I was like, dude, like,
there's like very very small amount of people like anywhere you go like in jobs that you can actually like talk about random shit with. Cause like back in my very very entry level job where I used to flip fucking patties, it was very easy to talk about anything but work. But as soon as I hit this new job, you can't talk to nobody about anything. As soon as you hit like higher level jobs where like people are actually trying to be professional, it's just like you lose all vulnerability with people. It's really hard to talk about anything with others.
but that's fine. Like I don't mind that. But
Yeah.
I'm saying like we're at an event where people who are employed are trying to go to new companies, or people who are unemployed, like they're trying to break in, are talking to people, getting experience, you know, putting their name out there, and it's like you got nothing to you. Like you're applying for entry level jobs because they're the experience, right?
Mm.
You have nothing to you. You could talk about like your internships and stuff like that, but like in reality, you're not gonna want to talk about something you have limited knowledge of. You want to talk about something that interests you. You're gonna step into an interview office. You're gonna notice something on the walls and just make conversation about that.
Yeah.
The best interview is where you talk the least about the job.
Yeah.
That's the best interview. When they fuck with you, they're like, yeah, all right, cool. And yeah, when you get to higher level, yeah, of course, it's gonna be professional. If you're in the office and you want to talk about some business, you're gonna talk about business in the office. But if you're on break, you got that coworker that watches ball or something. You go get lunch with them and talk ball, not talk work.
That's literally how I got, or like how I kind of got introduced to like one of my mentors now. Literally, I went to like this networking event, and he used to be a mentor for one of my friends. And the first thing we were talking about was ball.
Yeah,
That's literally like the first thing we were talking about.
it's like if you meet someone who can get you somewhere, you're not gonna immediately like start talking about work, what they do, how you break in, like you want to be a friend. You want to be someone that they like when you reach out to them, they be like,
It's not like, yo, what does this guy want now?
That's why I hate the LinkedIn shit, because the LinkedIn method is like, I'm so interested in your position and I want to know so much more about your company. It's like my dream company. It's like, no, it's not. No, it's not.
I mean, what I started to do, because I started using those like AI tools that like get people's emails from LinkedIn.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Like I get
the logins.
Those, yeah, like stuff like that. And what I started doing is I kind of looked around for their name, and like if I'm hitting someone up, like searching up their name and like what's tied to their name, and if I could find anything that's not work, I'll try to like make that in an email.
We just lie.
Well, not lie. If they have something cool, then I'm gonna be like, yo, that was pretty cool, or like if it's work, be like, hey, this project.
Oh, like
really
you Google
good.
them.
Yeah. Yeah. I try to like to
like low level stock.
Yeah, like I'm trying not to like, hey, good afternoon, business. But we're to kind of transition. So we're talking a lot about this, like, real life changes that we're making. A real life change that I've been seeing, especially in this city, is shit getting hella expensive. Yo, dog, I used to buy a Chipotle bowl for Chipotle, Adrian. I used to buy a whole Chipotle dough.
Sorry,
it
Chipotle
is.
so
I'm not disagreeing.
All right.
I'm not disagreeing.
Better, I'm sorry.
What?
Moe's is better.
Moe's?
Moe's is...
It's just getting expensive. We're not gonna talk about that. Moe's, bro.
What is Moe's? What is that?
It's like Chipotle, but worse.
Whoa.
But worse.
Whoa. No, it is not. Moe's is way better. They got rid of the only Moe's in the city. My heart broke that day.
They got rid of it because the shit ass.
Pardon me.
That's how that go.
Anyway, your expensive ass bowl.
But, I used to have, coming home from high school on the Q66 bus, that fucking horrid bus. I used to have 20 cash to my name because I had an allowance of $20 every 2 weeks or 3 weeks, whenever they felt like sending.
Damn, you stretching that out.
I was stretching that motherfucker out.
Stretching that out. I worked the summer job. I had to stretch that out.
Hey,
that was my high school experience.
Nah, I had $20 a week.
Work to the bone.
$20 a week. I made sure that bitch stretched as much as it could.
As soon as football.
It was $10 every weekend, bro. That was it.
As soon as football ended and I was 18, it was straight to FedEx. Bro.
it was no more allowance.
Work
bro.
to the bone.
Part time.
Shit was wicked. But I used to have 20 cash to my name, and I used to enjoy Chipotle for like 2 days, bro. Damn near.
I'm not gonna lie. I did not know how much Chipotle cost before $13. Like I did not. I always thought Chipotle was $13.
Yeah.
Because in high school, we used to AP. The method, the discords. Bro, you're talking about like you had $10, like 2 Chipotle bowls for the week. $20, that's 10 bowls for me. I was getting $2 bowls. I would go to the bathroom third period, put in my order, be like, yo, make sure it gets here at like 12:30 when lunch was. I'd walk downstairs, just grab my Chipotle from the Uber driver. $2 Chipotle. I'm being so serious, bro. You never did that? You never heard about that?
No,
Y'all never heard about that?
I didn't do it for Chipotle. I know people did it for Domino's.
I did it for everything. I did that for Sephora, bro.
No, fuck no.
Bro,
no
I was getting,
No
I was getting anything. Yo, these guys could get you anything off this server I was on. They get you anything. I was like, I want a new fragrance. So I was like, let me see if that's Sephora like fragrance, right? This guy was like, yeah, I'll do your Sephora order for 15% of it. So I got like the biggest Blue de Chanel. That's my signature in high school, Blue de Chanel.
Oh shit.
And it was like 250, 200. Not smelling you, bro. It was like
that's what I got on right now. You know what I mean?
It was like
nice summer day.
It was like 250, 200, and then it was like 15% of that. And he told me the method. He's like, yo, it comes, you ship it back. I talk to them. Next one comes, keep it. Tell them you don't want it anymore, and then it's gonna get like the order is gonna get messed up, like the tracking IP and shit like that, and you just keep it. It was crazy shit, bro. I don't know. I forgot like the actual method, like how it worked, but it was literally just like you pay a guy would take 15% of your Sephora order, and then just like be on the phone with Sephora the whole time, and he would like lie his ass off. I don't know how they did it for Chipotle.
Yeah.
But I know for Sephora they did it like that.
Bro, you putting this on the scamming.
It's patched, bro.
Yeah.
It's patched. They patched it.
You I'm to himself, bro. You putting this on the scamming.
Nah, right, I'm not gonna lie.
Ain't that crazy? White boy.
I mean, but like, besides shit getting more expensive in the city, right? Because with enough context clues, I hope y'all deciphered that we're in New York City. Right now we're filming in the Brooklyn College. I'm alumni, you know what I'm saying? Go Bulldogs.
They still need a fucking sweep in
Yeah,
here.
they need the janitor just come in here.
They need a vacuum. There's a mouse still on the floor over there. We still got mad like drywall. I don't know if it's drywall. It might be like paint chips on the floor here. We found that nickel on the floor.
We didn't find this nickel. There's a nickel on the floor. If the janitor came, it would have been 5 cents.
Like I've been stepping on this gum wrapper like right there for the past like 30 minutes.
And that's crazy because this is the podcast room. That means that someone is in here like.
Yeah, like it was fucking up the mic all the way through. Like.
Well, what you looking at?
What's wrong with him holding the money? That's the cleanest thing in here.
What's on the floor? Is that? It's not.
My zins fell out.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought that shit was just in here. I was like,
no. That was in my pocket. That was in my pocket and it fell out.
They're in the podcast. No. What is happening?
I'm not gonna forget about that. Don't worry. I need that.
So.
Just kidding. Damn. I got you. I can spot you. What's expensive? What you need?
Yo, I need.
Come to the Vinca Sean.
I need a little bit of money.
How much?
Yo, like, can you spot me like 5,000?
Yeah, keep talking. Yeah, go ahead. Tell your story. I'm gonna count 5,000 right now.
Yeah, so what are we talking about?
You were talking about being an alumni, and I just couldn't let that slide away.
It's getting expensive
in
New York City.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna lie. Besides like food in general, because I'm not gonna lie, like my morning coffee got way expensive. The only reason sometimes I'm paying cheap for coffee, well, besides me making it, of course, is like that. Like I know the people in the bakery near me, and like I know people in certain spots, so like they'll give me a discount.
Oh, fuck no.
But like besides that, like bro, coffees in some places is like fucking $6, $8.
I be scamming up the Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That Dunkin' Donuts $6 meal deal.
That shit's been hidden.
I had that this morning.
Yo, I have that like every Tuesday, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Don't tell nobody where you got it from.
I appreciate it.
I'm not buying anything, any plate of food over $20, bro. I'm sending it back. I'm not spending that much money in this state. There's way too much money being spent nowadays.
Bro, I'm cooking. I'm not eating out. I'm cooking now.
Exactly.
Yo, someone ate this shit?
Yo, food's getting expensive, bro.
Yo, you bet my money.
Food's getting expensive, bro. I got a little hungry. I got a little peckish.
Yo.
No, I've been cooking, bro. Straight up, like no more. Like,
what you been cooking, bro?
Bro, I'm on some real bodybuilder shit. I'm on like a pound and a half of meat every meal.
He's hitting his protein.
Bro,
Damien.
breakfast.
In his macros.
Breakfast is a pound of chicken breast with potatoes. Meat and potatoes every meal, bro.
Yeah, word.
Damn, okay.
I'm on it.
On it, bro.
I'm
I'm not gonna lie.
Cooked chicken, and it's just vegetables on the side and then potatoes. If I'm feeling it, rice. That's really it. Nothing else.
I don't
It's
be getting
real
the
easy.
vegetables in. I'm not gonna lie. I just drink a kombucha.
Nah,
and
there's so much good
and I'm like, that's
vegetables.
healthy.
There's so much good vegetables in the world, bro. You can steam a pumpkin. You can steam a butternut squash. You can cook corn with carrots and peas. You can steam cabbage. You can do like sweet potato. You can bake a sweet potato. You can bake a potato. That shit is fire too. You can straight up do stir fry. There's so many different ways to fuck up a head of lettuce. Like you can do so much.
All I got is an air fryer. I don't have a kitchen. My rent is cheap, and there's a reason for that.
If
There's
all
no
you got an
kitchen.
air fryer, bro, just get a big ass fucking pumpkin and just chop it up, put it in the freezer, and then just put that bitch in there whenever you need it to. Big ass pumpkin will run you like $8. Half a pumpkin will
I
run you
don't fuck
$4.
with pumpkin. I'm not gonna lie.
Pumpkin is so fire.
I fuck with pumpkin.
Pumpkin is so fire.
All right, so now we gotta eat before we do the podcast.
I'm not gonna lie.
Pumpkin is
Motherfuckers got
so
me
fire.
hungry. Yo, you were talking about messing up a little thing of lettuce. There's this one spot that I know in Greenpoint. I forgot the name of it. It's a sandwich spot. Yo, they have a chicken salad where the bowl for the salad
Is lettuce.
is a fucking thing of lettuce.
You can fuck up that lettuce.
That's the
bro.
most Greenpoint shit I ever heard. I'm not gonna lie. That's
It's an old Italian spot though.
like
It's
from
tenured.
New York. No way.
Yeah.
That sounds like the most gentrified shit ever.
Where you got that out in Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Greenpoint.
That's where the hippies are. Actually, that makes sense. That
Gentrified.
could make sense. That's where the hippies are.
Oh no, Greenpoint is super
Gentrified, bro.
gentrified. You know.
I don't like walking there, bro, cause I like, bro. They can see I'm a mustache white man with like middle part curtains or pushback, whatever it is I got going on. I'm copy and paste, bro.
They'll think you're an implant.
Yeah, but for the record, I want everybody to know I'm born in Queens. I'm born in New York. I was born in Jamaica. I'm from New York. I'm not an implant.
Jamaica, Queens.
I'm not an implant.
Bronx, baby.
I would never flex being born in Jamaica Hospital unless it's to prove that I'm not an
Jamaica
implant.
Hospital
There's
every
way
time.
better hospitals, bro.
There is.
Yeah. So let's fix some bullshit real quick.
Bronx
no, I'm
born.
not from the Bronx.
Bronx born.
No, I'm not.
Um,
No, I'm not. Manhattan born, actually. Manhattan born. You know what I'm saying? Raised in Queens though. Shout, you know what I'm saying? Queens get the money. Don't get funny. You know what I mean? You know what? You earned a couple dollars.
Yeah. Yeah, I got my money back.
You earned a couple dollars. Just a couple though. You earned a couple dollars.
600? That's good. I'll take that.
You earned a couple dollars. Bro.
I'll take that.
Just a couple. Just
Thank
a
you,
couple.
thank you.
Keep
I'm
up
here all
with-
week.
Yo, so
Wait, where's
another-
Adrian born?
Where we are, yeah.
Same hospital, Jamaica.
Jamaica? Yeah. You get the silver spoon?
Fuck yes.
Yes, bro. They give you a little silver spoon, bro, when you get born in Jamaica Hospital. You got a silver spoon?
They give you a silver
A
spoon.
tiny silver spoon, yeah.
No, I ain't got no fucking silver spoon.
Broke as hell.
Yo,
Yeah.
real story
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, you broke as hell. Hold that.
Oh man. Yo, real shit though. This is how I know I'm a born. Not many people could get to say this. I'm a born Yankee fan. How I know I'm a born Yankee fan.
Your pops.
When I was born, right, and my father tells me the story at least once every time I see him. Or every other time. I'm born, you know what I'm saying, fresh, just came to this earth, you know what I'm saying, or released to this earth, however you want to say it.
You popped out the pussy. Keep it going.
Okay. I'm still, you know what I'm saying, I'm crying, you know what I'm saying, I'm bloodied all up. My pops puts a Yankee hat on my head. Real shit. My pops puts a Yankee hat on my head.
Did he take that bitch back?
That's the most Dominican shit I've ever heard of, bro.
Did he take it back?
Nah, he left it there.
I have no clue what
In
he
the
did with
ICU,
Yankee
bro.
hat. I have no clue what he did with that hat. But I have a Yankee hat was put on me. And you know what I'm saying? My baby sister, I have the photo of her with the Yankee hat when she was just born. And so I was like, dang.
He's
Daddy.
doing that to everybody.
Yeah, you had to go 2 for 2. I was like, damn.
Lucky you, man. I got dropped when I was born.
I'm not gonna lie, I was a lot of things when I was born young. Yo, my grandma, we used to call it the green machine, It was a green. What's that car with the sliding doors? SUV.
Yeah, something like that. Soccer mom car.
Soccer mom car. The soccer mom
the
car.
Odyssey and stuff
Yeah,
like
some
that.
shit like that.
On the Odyssey.
That shit was green as a motherfucker. That's what I remember. And I remember I'm entering and my grandma shuts the door because she thought I got in already. And I hear boom on the side of my head. There's like a scar somewhere on my head here, where I just got head cracked.
I had the same thing except I crushed the shit out of my fingers instead of hitting my head. Yeah.
I got a scar on my finger. I got a bunch of scars on my left hand.
I don't have no scar.
But I got a scar.
Battle scars.
No, it's not bad. When needs a cigarette burn? I got a scar on my pinky. My dad, biological dad, he crushed my pinky in the van door, like how you said. And
you gotta tell him to fix it.
You gonna give me some money to fix it right now. Yo, go get a skin graft. He crushed it and he didn't know. I'm like yelling. He goes, "Yo, stop whining!" And I was like, "You, my door, like the door, my finger, hello." And then he's like, "Oh, yeah."
Damn.
Nah, I was a stupid kid. I ran into so much shit. I ran into corners of walls and stuff like that.
I was fucking around.
I was dumb.
Bro, I have a permanent like shiny spot on my knuckle, right here, that I got like a year or two ago. How and why? I went to Florida, with my family just to like see my uncle and my family over there, and I was playing Marco Polo in the pool, and my eyes were closed. You know what I'm saying? Marco Polo. I was Marco. I run into the wall, hands first, and my knuckle just goes, and I'm like, I see a little spot, a little bleeder right there. I went.
You just had to keep swimming, huh?
And I just had to keep going, Marco.
Nah, but you cheated. You opened your eyes.
Well, I was facing the wall.
I'm not playing with you, Marco Polo.
Well,
I'm not playing Marco Polo with you.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie.
Alright, yo, stop with the money thing.
Forget that ever happened. So, the reason I started talking about that story with the Yankees because I want to transition to sports. Sports. So,
we can talk Yankees. I've been to so many Yankees games, bro, recently. I've been to like one every week. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
Almost like one every week.
That's crazy.
I got back into baseball.
Yeah.
I got back into baseball recently, and I was like, yo, I'm ready. I got the uniform, bro. I got a Garrett Cole jersey. I'm in that bitch.
All people to Garrett Cole.
It was a gift from one of my boys.
Oh, okay.
It was a gift. He said that when we first met, I had the lettuce. Like I had the mullet, so when I had the cap on, the Yankees cap on with the lettuce, he said I looked like Garrett Cole. So he gave me the Garrett Cole jersey.
That's not a bad comparison.
That's a good jersey right there.
That's a pretty good comparison.
Yeah.
I got, you know what I'm saying, my captain, you know what I mean? 99 on the jersey, you know what I'm saying? Captain, you know what I'm saying? Yo, Adrian, can you say like anything about baseball?
Aaron Judge fucked up my parlay on the first game of the Yankee season because he didn't hit a home run. And then he wanted to go 20-0 against the same team next game.
I was about to say, and then the next game he just goes crazy.
But I feel bad.
And then the game after that, he goes even crazier.
Fuck off.
I felt bad that game. They got the download on Cortez, bro. He was opening pitcher, and they downloaded that. They were bombing.
Well, shame on them. They picked up Cortez.
No, we traded.
Oh, trade, yeah. But you know they kept him on the roster.
Yeah.
That bro, as soon as he came to the Yankees, he was like.
He was a gimmick Yankee. I'm not gonna lie. Like he had a personality. I liked him. He wasn't a good player. I liked his personality, like the mustache and everything. Like he was a funny dude, but like.
Fuck all that. He was ass. Pure ass. Nothing but ass. I mean, but the biggest stories right now is basketball.
Okay, that I have something. that I get.
I'm actually not into ball like that no more, but I know it's playoffs. I'm gonna get into it.
Playoffs. So
about the playoffs.
Day one, you know, we're almost finished with the first game of for each
Nuggets Clippers.
Yeah, there's a game on right now. There's the double check the score, but so far
Nuggets won.
What was the score?
112 to 110.
Damn, close ass game.
Damn, close ass game.
I'm about to watch that ESPN tonight.
The word.
I'm
Highlights about to go crazy.
I'm about to watch that. Homework.
It went right into overtime. That is so crazy.
What were the scores of the other games?
I know that the Pacers beat the Bucks by like a landslide. It was 117-98.
That's because it's just Giannis, bro.
Giannis had no help that game.
It's Giannis by
had
himself.
No help that game.
That series
Kyle
is
Kuzma
over.
went 0 for 0 for 0, bro. He didn't do anything but run around the court for 25 minutes. Giannis had 30 points.
So many Snell numbers.
Giannis had 30 points. I think the only other people who scored was Ryan Rollins, Brooke Lopez, and there was another some junior. I forget his name. That's it. It was like only a few handful of people that actually scored that game.
As soon as the Bucks lost Drew Holiday, it was over. It was completely over.
And then Damian Lillard had to go get injured. I don't know if he's injured or if he's just
Fish
not
Middleton.
playing. Yeah, him too. It was just tragic for the Bucks. There was no way they were gonna make it. And I was a little confused seeing that people were putting the Pacers above the Bucks, but then when you actually like really look at how many people is actually helping Giannis, it's like the Pacers got way too many good people.
Bro, the Pacers last season were good.
Yeah.
Like their playoffs, like that shit was.
They're a
But
mid-ass
even
team
now,
at best.
because-
It's just they were facing a Tom Thibodeau team, and like my brother's a Nets fan. My brother makes fun of me all the time, but like he's kind of right. Yo, Tom Thibodeau teams, they get gassed, bro, because he's playing everybody fucking 50 minutes every single game in the regular
Bro,
season.
that's the Thibodeau mentality. He always did that. That's why D-Rose got injured.
Exactly.
But
that cooks us.
That cooks us, but that just makes you also like a better player. Like if you think about it, like why would I put in like a bench player when I could have Jalen Brunson out there? I could have Cat up there. They're Josh. Sorry, not Cat. Cat's not getting the full 48, but Josh Hart and Brunson.
And Bridges get fucking time.
Yeah.
They get OD time.
Bro,
OD.
but
Josh
that's-
Hart's like number 2 in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
It's the Thibodeau mentality, and he's always been like that, and it works. It works.
No, it hasn't worked. He hasn't won a chip. He has not won a fucking chip. That shit has not worked. I don't.
Because it's this year. This year's the
I don't
chip.
give a. I
This
don't
is the
think
chip.
That's if
I'm
they
a
can beat
delusional
the
Knicks
Pistons.
fan. This year's a chip.
That's if they can
This
beat
year's
the
a chip.
Pistons.
New York City chip.
Personally, I really do think that the Pistons got it over the Knicks. I really do think that.
Why do you say that?
I think just like Cade Cunningham is a really good team to play around. Malik Beasley is like, even though he's a benched player, he's really like good once he gets on the court. He barely misses any three he puts up. And then on top of that, it's just like Cade Cunningham is easily gonna put up 30 points every game. I think the only time he hasn't put up any points is when he comes back from being injured. I think that's the only time he's ever put up less than 30.
Yeah, but you know, Cade is one of those players, and
Yeah, you got like two really great good players on the Knicks. I'd definitely give it to Cat and Jalen Brunson. And like even when one of them is out, you always have like the team to pick up the slack. Because I know when Cat was out,
Obi.
when Cat was out, Anunoby was going crazy. I think he put up like 21 game when Cat was out, and that was really great.
Obi's
but, like-
clamping the shit out of Cade on the perimeter, because Obi guard's number 1.
All I'm saying is, Cade Cunningham,
He's gonna get his.
Candy Yams, Can of Spam, Glazed Ham, Nixon 6.
Nixon 6.
Nixon 6. That's all I'm saying. No, you gotta do the Chinese version of the.
That's in. Yo, tell him how you're fluent in or you.
I'm not
you were,
fluent
Or you
no
were or like.
Bro, you know what's actually so crazy? I went out with one of our boys, and it was him, his roommate, and his roommate's friend. And his roommate's friend, I was just like getting to know her, and bro, I told her no, she had a boyfriend. Don't stop looking at me like that. I was getting to know her. I was like talking to her, and she's like, "Oh, where'd you go to high school?" And I was like, "Yo," because we're in LES. I was like, "Yo, right here." Like I went to Seward Park. She goes, "What school?" And I was like, "You know Seward Park?" She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "I went to the dual language. I went to the Asian one," and she started name dropping all these people I know. I'm like, what? Like telling me like a bunch of shit, like all from high school, from like the volleyball players, because I played volleyball in high school. And I was like, this is crazy. And then she like turned to like my friend and his roommate, and she was like, this guy's practically Asian. I'm not even joking. Yeah. I don't know Chinese no more though. I don't know.
Oh, no more.
No more. I was thinking about picking it back up.
Yeah.
But that's tough. It's tough being a white guy that knows Chinese in this world now.
I mean,
There's a lot of stereotypes that come with that, and I don't feel like fitting them.
he fits the stereotype.
I don't fit the stereotype.
I'm not gonna lie, you were fitting it. That you know.
We're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about that. Anyway,
We're not gonna
the Knicks gonna win the whole thing.
Hey, every year I'm a delusional Knicks fan. You know what I'm saying? I think they're gonna win the chip every single year.
The only reason I want the Knicks to win is because I want to see how New York turns out.
Oh, New York's gonna explode.
I really want to see it. When the Subway Series happened, the only reason I was ever excited for baseball was when the Subway Series was probably gonna happen.
Yo, this year's Subway Series is gonna go crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
That's the only time I ever.
It's gonna get violent, bro. Cause here's the thing.
It's not gonna get violent.
Yo, bro. Okay, here's the thing. When you leave Yankee Stadium, there's like fuck Juan Soto chants. Like there's fuck Soto chants. I'm not gonna lie, yo. It happened. Why are we thinking about the Mets like that deep? Like why are the Mets in our head 24/7? Like why is Han Soto in our head, right? Like rent free. Just let that shit go, right?
I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of hard. We just went to the World Series with that player, and you know he just goes to one of our arch rivals. Yo, that's like a play. That's you know what that's like. That's like, and I'm about to drop some elite ball knowledge.
Go ahead.
When Figo went from Barcelona to Real Madrid. I don't know why that popped up in my head. That immediately popped up in my head.
I don't know the player, but I do know the history. I know you don't go from one to the other.
Bro, that's like if fucking Ronaldo went from Real Madrid to Barcelona.
Yeah.
That's not insane.
Yeah.
That's insane, bro.
I mean,
I just dropped some elite ball knowledge on you.
I don't know. Listen, there was like so much stipulation. It's old news right now, but there was so many people talking about like.
Shut your yap.
There's some people talking about like it's the Yankees' fault. Not because they were 5 million less. It was like those games, like the errors, like it pissed him off. He's like, this team sucks. And also the Yankees wouldn't give his family a suite. Like they wouldn't
give him one.
A suite in Yankee Stadium. They
don't give anybody a suite.
I don't know. They wouldn't give it to him, but the Mets.
They're not giving Judge a suite, and he's our captain. He's been the guy since 2017.
I mean, I get that, but like, I don't know. That's old news. I don't want to talk about Juan Soto. Don't matter. Right now they're tied up. Right now they got the same. They're both over 500. I think they both have 650 right now. It's all right. The Mets and the Yankees, they're doing all right.
Yeah, they're doing all right. But the Mets, you know.
Baseball don't get interesting until like fall. Let's be honest. Fall. That's when shit gets real.
Come like August, September.
Yeah.
That's when people like really, really, really start to. Well, they'll tune in for the home run derby and the All-Star game. And then from there, after break,
I'm not watching no more All-Star games after the fucking NBA All-Star game. That was 30 minutes of game time and 2.5 hours of ads, bro. I'm not watching no more All-Star games.
Okay, wait, no, because the home run derby is still pretty good. It's just, I'm not gonna lie, and that's its own conversation. Like All-Star games for sports just went down the drain because nobody cares anymore. Like NBA, they don't take it serious no more. NFL,
football,
they're doing like flag football now.
It's two-hand touch, yeah.
And then, like, what else? Like, baseball, everyone really just tunes in for the home run derby. And then, like, but besides that, like, you know, and, like, besides that, you know what I mean? Like, it's not, I feel like what some people feel like, and I feel like sometimes when it comes to, like, those All-Stars, they're just, like, they don't really care anymore. Like, everybody's just waiting for playoffs. And, like, the season could have just started. And we're like, what the fuck? The season just started.
I hate that they added that new NBA gimmick, the in-season tournament.
No, I actually like it. It adds more incentive to play.
I guess, but you should be playing no matter what. As an athlete, you should be playing no matter what.
But they don't. So they have to add it for more incentive.
I don't know.
It's funny as fuck, too, because I remember, like, yelling at somebody because of the Hornets roster. The Hornets roster is just so garbage because LaMelo Ball keeps just not playing throughout the season, and now he's out for literally the rest of the season because he's on knee injury or some shit. He's on like surgery. But like before the season even started, he was just like barely playing, like for no god reason. God knows why he wasn't playing, but he just like would not be there.
my fantasy basketball team, I had LaMelo. I had the most injury-prone NBA basketball fantasy team. Bro, I had PG. I had LaMelo. I had everybody getting hurt. I had Sabonis with like most physical fucking big man in the league right now.
Damn.
Everybody was getting injured.
Damn.
But when everyone was healthy, bro,
Because when LaMelo actually plays,
when LaMelo plays, bro,
when he's actually playing, bro, he'll
He's the
actually
team.
do good.
he's the team.
He'll assist points. It don't fucking matter. He'll actually do something. But when he's not playing, bro, it's just Miles Bridges up there, and the whole like bench roster don't really do nothing. Like
They let
KG
him play?
Simpson,
They let him play.
Who?
Miles Bridges?
Yeah,
27 days? 27 nights, Miles Bridges?
Miles Bridges.
I thought he went to jail.
No. He just didn't end up getting as much money as he was supposed to because he did his whole allegation. And all that stuff.
That's why I started rapping.
27 days, nigga. 27 nights. Mac on the case. 40 got a knife.
Yeah,
something like that. But like even past the like All-Star, just like a regular season for each of the sports, right? Like basketball or like the regular season for each of the sports, like people, I feel like it's only like football where people like is like where people care, and then like that's kind of it, just because of how limited it is.
I'm not gonna lie.
I miss football so much.
I miss football too. I got back into. I used to be only NBA like 2 years ago. I used to be only NBA 2 years ago, but now I got back into baseball and football. And yo, I'm not gonna lie, I'm like not watching NBA games, like, cause football season's like in between. It's like they like overlap.
Oh no, when football plays, I'm only a football person.
Yeah.
The
only reason I'm even watching NBA is because football's not on.
My Sundays, you know what I mean? I turned into
that red zone.
True miracle.
That red zone.
I called him every day when the Eagles play. I called him every day just to bother the fuck out of
Yeah,
him.
this is what pisses me the fuck off, because you're talking about wearing a Yankees cap when you popped out the pussy, and you're born in Jamaica.
Eagles.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, these two fucking men are frauds. They
Okay,
are Eagles fans.
Two?
No, he's not. I am.
Yeah.
So let me explain.
Oh, you're not? What are you?
I don't know.
Oh, you just like football?
I just like watching.
Love for the love of the game?
Oh, God.
So
I'm a Giants fan by default.
ass, boo, ass. Anyways, I just clipped OD.
Double your rings.
I just clipped OD 2011
Double your rings.
reigning champions.
Double your rings.
Reigning champions. Anyways.
Yeah.
It was tough, bro. It was tough.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. We won a Super Bowl with his player. That's not crazy.
It's tragic.
No, big ups to Saquon. Yeah, he got his ring. I'm not. No, bro. He's a native New Yorker. He's born in the Bronx. He's born in the Bronx. He went to the Giants, and then he got his ring. I think that's a dream right there. You played for the team you watched growing up, and then you just go and win a ring. Not with them, but
you exit that shitty ass franchise.
Okay.
But anyway, so let's talk some real football. You know what I mean?
bro, I was gonna say. The funniest shit about watching so many sports at once, like baseball and football when it's in season, is when football starts, bro, like, if my Giants lose, I'm like, oh, it's whatever. But if the Yankees lose 1 out of 162 games, I'm punching the fuck out my monitor. I wanna, how do you drop that? Like, I'm yelling. I'm so upset.
That's me with the Eagles.
I'm so upset. Even though there's only 18 games in a season, like, for NFL, like, sometimes you know your team's ass. Sometimes you know. And I won't get pissed off.
I'd be mad as hell watching, but I don't really care for a team. I'll be parlay, but it's just like, still, I'm gonna be mad if like somebody does some dumb shit on the field.
I think I'm gonna start betting next football season.
I'm done betting on football.
You're gonna have a rough time.
Yeah, I mean,
you should start. You should just start with anytime touchdowns.
You should wait until mid-season.
I take all my biases out the door. I do the same for fantasy football. Like, when my team is playing, but like I have a player on the other team, and I'm just like, I want my team to win, but I need him to do good.
You know, it was really funny because Khalid kept telling me to vote against the Eagles during the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. He kept telling me to vote against them.
That Super Bowl was tragic. I'm not gonna lie.
It was. It was really tragic.
Did he see that we gave BTA?
I'm pretty sure he did. He did call you, remember? Right, you were drunk, you don't remember.
I do not remember. Oh, matter of fact, story time.
There we go.
Yo, so everyone watching this, you know what I'm saying, everyone listening in, So we've made it very clear. I'm a native New Yorker. However, I am a proud Eagles fan. Fly Eagles fly. You know what I'm saying? Reigning champions. Love hurts. You know what I mean? Anyways, how the hell am I Eagles fan and not a sad ass Jets fan or a horrid Giants fan?
Yo, the Giants are better than the Jets.
Hey, both y'all ass. Both y'all not making the
Not
playoffs.
historically.
You just need to get rid of Aaron Rodgers.
He is rid of. They are rid of it.
Fucking finally.
He doesn't even know what he's doing with his career now. He should retire.
He's on a black adventure, whatever he calls it, where he just goes to like the Appalachians and just does a bunch of mushrooms and shit like that.
He did that in Peru and like he hasn't been the same.
He does that every single offseason.
Oh, that's every single one.
Bro, they call it's like the black retreat. He calls that shit. He calls it the black retreat.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure he does that often.
Hell no. But
yo, put Aaron Rodgers in
was
Greenpoint. Put him where he belongs. He can stay in New York. Just put him in Greenpoint.
I'm not gonna lie, there's probably a couple people in Greenpoint that look like him. There's probably a couple. But how the hell am I Eagles fan? Well, my cousins, my distant I say distant, but my family in Long Island, they're Eagles fans. And I was a little kid. The Philadelphia Eagles was the first ever football team that I found out about, besides the teams I was playing on. And game is game. Game is game. But you're not a true Eagles fan if you didn't have to go through that horrid Chip Kelly era. Yo, I wasn't even old enough to comprehend why he was a bad coach, but I hated Chip Kelly, bro.
Once you understood it. You understood it later, though?
Later, hell yeah. He was such a shit coach. It's the same with Knicks, Phil Jackson. Why I was so mad young to understand why he was so shit with the Knicks, but I didn't like him. I didn't like him at all. Not one bit. And then, growing up, you find out they were ass on that respective team.
So you just an Eagles fan because your little dumb baby ass just read the word Eagles on the TV screen one day?
Okay, this motherfucker said dumb baby.
Because I did that.
It was the first ever team I found out about.
I said that shit with the fucking Dodgers. The first baseball game I ever watched was a Dodgers game, and I'm not a Dodgers fan.
The first ever game I watched was the Saints Super Bowl game, and I don't like the Saints.
Anyway, you want to talk about betting on football? You should wait.
You should wait till midseason.
Because I got a funny ass. This is why I don't bet anymore. This is why I don't sports bet. I was telling you earlier. I'm gonna tell y'all later why I don't sports bet no more. When you put down an anytime touchdown and a player gets injured, they usually push it, right?
Yeah.
Or they just count it as like a hit. I put $5 to hit 200. It was a crazy ass list. 200. Aaron Jones gets injured. And they don't push it. Everything else hit. They don't push it. I'm talking like 15 legs. Like $5, 15 legs. Everything hit except for Aaron Jones. And they pushed it before when Aaron Jones got injured. They didn't push it. Aaron Jones gets injured again. They didn't push that shit. So I was like, I want my $5 back. I spent all of Sunday from 1 to 10 trying to get my $5 back. I was down to drain 100. I spent $100 trying to get $5 back, and now I don't sports bet no more.
What? How did that? Wait, what? I'm confused.
I started placing more bets.
Yeah, you put more bets.
I put more bets down. I put like $100, $120 total. I remember I had to help my stepdad with some shit. I was like, he's like, we going to Home Depot. I'm in Home Depot, putting on a bet. Bro, I lost 120, 100 plus. I was so upset. I don't sports bet no more. I realized I was like, this is gonna be a problem. I stopped.
Well, they always say bet where you're comfortable with losing, and you just did not do that.
Yeah, you're right. It's just one of these, right?
Yeah.
It's just one of these, right?
It's one of these.
No, but it's not bet where you're comfortable losing. I just didn't realize I was putting down. I put down like $25 bets, trying to get $5 back. That's what it was. It was like little bets. It was like little bets, but I still I didn't realize how many bets I was putting down, and they just weren't hitting, and I just lost 100 plus.
Yeah,
and I stopped right there.
You just missed like OD.
Yeah, but like throughout sports betting, I'm still green. I'm still green like 200.
That's the shit that happened during the Super Bowl. When you were over there partying, I was just in the corner, just like seeing who would catch a pass next, and then fucking Mahomes was just bricking everything.
That
He
shit
was
was
throwing
Just was
pick
bricking
six, pick.
everything. And it
getting
just
Mack
kept
truck
going
deluxe.
away, bro. And then I put like my final bet was for the Eagles to win by 41 points, and then he scored 2 touchdowns, and then I was tight.
I mean, you gotta. They weren't gonna.
But like I said, he was literally bricking everything. But then he threw 2 touchdowns in the final quarter.
I mean, you know.
Bro thought he was Brady.
Bro was not.
Bro thought he
back.
was Brady.
Bro.
Bro was not coming back. But let me retell.
Yo, speaking of Brady, hold on. Y'all
What?
see Brady during the Super Bowl cast? Bro.
What you mean?
What do you mean what I mean?
In his ad with Snoop Dogg?
No, in his like how he looks now. You seen Brady now recently?
No.
Since he started like commentating?
No.
Bro, it looks like he aged backwards. He got so much Botox.
You serious?
I'm being so serious. Look up Brady before Botox. We can put it on screen. We can put it on screen so y'all don't have to. But Brady before and after Botox, bro. I'm telling you.
Before and after plastic.
Look at him, bro. He looks crazy.
Yeah, forget like wine. I want to age like Tom Brady.
All right, bro. All right, get off your phones now. Let's get off our phones. But that's crazy. Yeah, that's that him right there. Save that photo and you can put it on screen later. But bro,
Fuck no.
Yeah. Bro, Brady,
Oh, yeah,
it's crazy, bro.
that
Handsome Squidward right there.
But let me retell the night. So it's February 8th, February 9th, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? We drive down to, or I drive down to Philly. I'm with Adrian right here, you know what I'm saying? Adrian was my designated.
Make sure he didn't fucking kill himself.
You were DD?
Yeah, he was DD.
Okay.
We go to like the city center. I forgot what that street is, but we're starting at this. Or first off, that whole day was crazy. I think like I'll summarize it now, but that whole story is like a whole hour in itself. But to summarize it a little bit, right? So we get to the center, you know what I'm saying? We see City Hall at green. That shit looked beautiful. We try to go to one of the clubs or one of the spots there. They all needed tickets. We didn't have, so one without a ticket was an underground one. We go underground. That's when, you know what I'm saying, we get the drinks start flowing. Or I get the beer start flowing. Adrian wasn't drinking anything.
I'm holding his
You
shit.
don't like it. He also just doesn't like alcohol. He just said it earlier, so like.
Yeah.
It works
holding
out.
his shit.
Yeah, and that's fine. And what?
I was just holding your shit. I was holding his jacket. I was holding his drinks.
You can't hold your own
Fucking-
jacket?
No, I was holding stuff.
Why you treating your boy like one of your hoes?
You know what? Y'all been saying that shit way too much the past like week, bro.
Bro, when I said that in the text, like when you were like, I thought I already told you, I was like, yo, why are you talking to me like one of your hoes right now? I felt some way. I saw it, I was like, there's a little backslash with that.
but right, so we go to the spot. I get to, you know what I'm saying, drinking a little bit. Game starts off really well. It continues to go really, really well. More drinks are flowing for me. The place floods.
Okay.
That's
I remember
crazy.
that. Yeah, it was
floods.
funny as fuck too because when they were like, "Hey, we gotta go upstairs. The place is flooding." I was like, "Somebody probably fucked up the toilet," but the toilet was all the way over there. And we turned to our right, and it's just a fucking pool, like it's a full pool of water, like coming up to our shoes. And I'm like, "Oh shit, we actually have to go." So I don't know what the fuck happened.
Yeah, and so we just went up to a spot upstairs, and that spot was crowded, and I couldn't get more drinks just because there was so many people in the way.
Mm.
So you know that was it for me in drinks.
You know what you do? You just throw up one of these. I hit the mic.
I forgot.
You throw up one of these. That's the trick.
I forgot how many deep I was in at that time. I have no clue.
I wasn't counting. You was just going, and I was just watching you.
Oh shit!
You just kept going.
Flowing. Yo, there was one. Something I do remember was I tried to like fake that like I had like a Philly accent.
I don't know what you told me about
and
this.
that shit got spotted in like within the first minute.
Bro said John, and he's like, yo, what?
Yeah, that shit. Fuck it. I was in the mood.
I don't remember that.
I was in the mood, but what's it called? Enjoyed the time up there. You know what I'm saying? Eagles secured that victory, and then we walked outside and packed to the brim. That whole Broad Street.
Yeah.
Street. Broad Street, packed to the brim with people on top of cars shooting fireworks, people on the streets shooting fireworks, people dancing, people, you know what I'm saying, going crazy. People were on top of garbage trucks, people were greasing up the poles. We didn't see none of that, but I saw videos after.
Yeah, they had to grease the poles. They were preparing for it.
We missed when they took down the light pole. We missed that one.
We missed that.
We missed when they took out the traffic pole.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we missed that part.
That's my thing, bro. Like, I don't like Philly sports teams. The Eagles are alright. I'll give it to the Eagles. They're alright. They're okay. But like any other sports team, like whatever. Don't fuck with them. But it's not because of the teams. It's because of the fans, bro. They're just like stupid. Because I'm surprised someone didn't eat horse shit again. Last time the Eagles won the Super Bowl, someone ate horse shit.
Well, that was the first. First off, that I could never justify that ever. But that was the first ever franchise Super Bowl.
All right, bro. Yo,
I'm not justifying the guy eating shit.
Philly fans are so fucking crazy. They're so stupid, so moronic that I forgot what stadium it was. It's probably, I don't know if it's baseball or if it's the football stadium. Y'all have a judge. Y'all have a judge in a stadium to give out citations faster. Y'all are so rowdy that there's a judge or arbiter, whatever the fuck his name is. I forgot. I heard this like a long time ago, in one of those stadiums to give out citations faster. That's how stupid y'all are.
Probably the Eagle Stadium.
That's how degenerate you guys. That's the word I was thinking. I was saying
No way they're
so
doing
much
that at
stuff.
76er Stadium. I'm sorry.
No, not 76.
No, they're killing themselves in the 76er stadium.
Nah.
They're killing themselves over there.
But I mean, listen, y'all. So we talked about a lot of stuff. We talked about current sports. We talked about how life is right now. I think if y'all want to add anything more, I think so far this is a pretty good episode.
Yeah, it was just chill episode.
What do you guys think? Do you guys have anything else to add on this first episode?
I want to plug my social. Sean Celejon on Instagram. SeanScleJan. And Dame's gonna put it on the screen.
I don't got a social.
Oh, okay, my fault.
All right, you don't got one, so plug your SSN.
No.
071.
A social security number started with a 0 is wicked.
Mine starts with a 0.
Yours starts with a 02, bro.
Oh shit! Well, I guess it wasn't wicked. I guess so.
All right, now I just need the other 8. I need the other 8 digits. Gotcha. By the way, this is not fake money. I took Damien's credit card and I hit the ATM. Bro. I pulled this all out of your card.
I'm broke.
No, you're not. I seen Dame hit the ATM. I seen Dame hit more ATMs than Johnny Manziel. I seen Dame hit the ATM more than Johnny Manziel. Damien's got bread. You got a nice ass camera over there. You like that? That was a good ball. No, that was a good jet. No, you like that?
That was pretty good. That's pretty good.
Because he's for the Aggie, he's Texas A&M. But on the helmet it says ATM. Yeah, you gotta think a little hard about that.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, that was a pretty good joke.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, boss man. Thank you.
I got you right now. Matter of fact,
give me the whole stack. Stop playing with me.
Yo, that was a pretty good joke, man. That was a pretty good joke, man.
I got more of those.
Adrian, anything else to add? Oh yeah, I kind of do. I appreciate it. So we all, you know what I'm saying, we all give to the homeless.
You homeless now?
Alrighty, but if y'all got nothing else to add, that's episode 1. Thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and be ready for more to come. Later, y'all.